Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study about types of reflex actions. There are two types of reflex action, simple reflex and conditioned reflex. Let us see what we mean by simple reflex. These reflexes do not require any previous learning or experience. So what we can say that these reflexes are inborn. What do you mean by the term inborn? Inborn means present right from the birth. Okay, when you observe a newborn baby, then you can observe these reflexes even in a newborn baby also. Okay, so what we say that these reflexes do not require any previous learning or experience. For example, eye reflex. What do you mean by eye reflex? When someone moves their hand suddenly in front of our face or in front of our eyes, what we do? We just close our eyes immediately. So this is nothing but just the eye reflex. Okay. Next is pupil reflex. Pupil is what? When you see the eye, there is a big circle which is iris, and inside this a small black colored circle is also there. Isn't it? When you will study about the structure of eye, then you will better know it. But I'm just telling you in short that this small black colored circular part is called pupil. Okay, this is actually an aperture or a hole in the eye from where the light enters in your eye, and therefore when the light enters in the eye for seeing the various objects, to view the objects properly in different intensities of light, the diameter of pupil changes. Okay, the diameter of pupil is adjusted to view objects properly in different intensities of light. When sharp light is there, when strong light is there, then the diameter becomes smaller. That is, it is narrowed, it constricts. Okay, and when we are in a dim light, then for more light to be entered in the eyes, the diameter of this pupil becomes wide. That is, increases. Okay, or we say that pupil dilates. Understood what do you mean by constriction of pupil and dilation of pupil? So you can also perform this experiment, this activity at your home. Just ask your mother or father to sit on a sofa or on a bed, hold a torch in your hand and throw the light of torch in their eyes, okay, in one eye, and observe the shape of pupil. When you will throw the light, you will see that size of pupil will become smaller, and when you will remove the source of light from there, you will see that size of the pupil will become bigger. Isn't it? So that is constriction and dilation of pupil, which you can observe easily in anyone. Now next reflex is knee jerk reflex. What do you mean by knee jerk reflex? Let us have a look at this diagram. This is a rough picture which I am drawing here. This is thigh, okay, this is knee, and this is leg, okay, lower leg, and this is foot. Don't see the drawing. I cannot draw here properly with these fingers. Okay, so this is the thigh of a person, and here it is the knee. Now, when the tendon on the knee, what do you mean by tendon? Of course, there are muscles inside this. There is thigh muscle, which is responsible for bringing about the movement of knee joint, isn't it? And here is the bone. To this bone, thigh muscle is attached with the help of a tendon. You know, tendon is that connective tissue which joins a muscle to a bone. Okay, so now when you tap this tendon, you hit this tendon with some object. Generally doctors do it with doctor's hammer. Okay, doctor's hammer is there. Whenever you will visit some neurologist or an orthopedician, you can see that. So with the doctor's hammer, they will tap this, and when they will tap it, suddenly the leg will move forward. This part of the leg will move forward. So this is nothing but knee jerk reflex. Understood this? Now next is, you have seen this. Last one is coughing and sneezing. There are many more simple reflexes. We are just seeing this 4. Okay. So coughing and sneezing, when some unwanted particle accidentally enter the windpipe. Okay. Severe contraction of the diaphragm occurs to cause rapid exhalation. Means to remove that unwanted particle out of your body. Then what will happen? Severe contraction of the diaphragm, and that is leading to coughing and sneezing. Okay. And why it is done? To throw that irritant out of your air pathway, out of your body. Understood this coughing and sneezing reflex? Next is conditioned reflex. The reflexes which are developed due to some previous experience. This is just opposite of simple reflex. In simple, they were inborn, did not require any previous learning. But in conditioned reflex, they require previous experience. They are developed due to some previous experience. Okay. So in other words, we can say that they are learned reflexes. Some common example of conditioned reflexes are playing a musical instrument, tying shoelaces or necktie without being attentive, watering of the mouth after seeing or smelling favorite food. So these are all examples of conditioned reflex. Now one very interesting experiment was performed by a Russian scientist, Pavlov. Okay, his full name was Ivan Petrovich Pavlov. He was a Russian physiologist who became famous due to his experiments on conditioned reflex. His principles of conditioned reflex are valid in a wide range of experimental settings, including classrooms. Okay, and he even won the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine. In this experiment, what he did, he observed that normally a dog would not salivate on hearing a bell. Before conditioning, when food is given to food, dog will salivate. Okay, but when bell will ring before conditioning, there will be no salivation because bell is not related to food. Okay, but in his experiment, Pavlov rang a bell and presented food to a dog. Okay, with the bell, he presented food every time. So this action was repeated numerous times for a few days. Now dog became habitual, conditioned to think that the ringing of the bell signified the arrival of food. After a few days, it was observed that just on hearing the bell ring, the dog would salivate even if no food was served. Understood? And this proved that the dog had learned to relate the sound of the bell ringing to the arrival of the food. Now, human beings too show conditioned reflex actions. These reflex actions are learned over a period of time, and then the learner gets accustomed to them to the extent that the actions can be performed without thinking about them. Driving a car, it is an excellent example of conditioned reflex in human being. Similarly, looking right and left before crossing a road. So these are all examples of conditioned reflex which you learn by some previous experience. Okay. Now I hope all of you are clear with types of reflex action. Revise the full chapter again. Enjoy your learning. Have a nice day.